I think the main message that I want to get across is that there are children in this world who need our help.
Before going to Lima in 1983, Dr. Anthony Lazzara had a tenured post at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, where he supervised high-tech neonatal wards at 2 of the university's hospitals. A native of Tampa, Florida, Dr. Tony had it all: a great career, good money, and a supportive family.
I can't tell you why. I don't exactly know what happened, and something clicked where nothing made sense.
Dr. Tony traveled to Calcutta, India, and his life was forever changed.
We heard about the missions, and you heard about poverty and hunger, but hearing about it and experiencing it firsthand are 2 different things.
During this trip, he was overwhelmed by the poverty he saw on the streets, a brutal contrast to the life of ease he was living. India haunted him and forced him to think more deeply about his rekindled faith and the extreme poverty in the world.
So I finally made up my mind I was going to do this, that this is something I needed to do, that if I didn't do it, I would regret it.
And so this man, who had a bright medical career ahead of him, resigned from his job, sold his house, his car, and all his stuff, packed a bag, and on April 9th, 1983, got on a plane for Peru. In a rather ordinary house, an extraordinary man has given his life so countless fragile, broken kids could have a life. On average, about 50 children live in the clinic home, including a dozen infants. All the medical care, including drugs and surgeries, are offered free of charge. The kids pay nothing. They can't. Their parents are among the poorest of Peru.
What did she say?
Doesn't hurt. Nelida is a 14-year-old. She comes from Cajamarca. The lungs are being quite compressed, and she has very little ability to cough. Jose is 8 years old, and at the age of 2 months, he developed tumors of both corneas. So you can see here, weighed 2.1 pounds. He should have followed this curve, which he didn't. He fell off the curve, which is, again, a sign of malnutrition.
The children are given 3 hearty and nutritious meals a day, also provided for free.
This home, I think, is that opportunity for them to prepare themselves for life independently, so they can afford to live on their own, to feed themselves, to work themselves, to feel like they're a whole person.
When I see the kids here, it makes me realize that they've had a tough life.
So I'm taking a year off in the middle of med school to do some research with Dr. Tony to try to understand the social and emotional health of these kids.
I decided to come out here for the physical therapy aspect. He has a dropped foot, and we're trying to work on his flexibility. That's what therapy does. We try to correct what's wrong.
They have so many disabilities, and each one is so unique. Things that we feel are so easy we don't even think twice about. It's a big part of their day just getting it done.
These kids are just really positive. They are very loving and very sweet.
I truly love these kids. They have shown me so much.
You put pieces together, and you may not walk normal, you may not talk normal, but all of a sudden you feel a little bit more normal.
And I never knew I was a baby person until I came here. I love them.
These are really special kids, and they should be loved.
Just being here, it does change a person. It's a great place to be, and I wouldn't trade this experience for the world.
It's a part of me, it's a part of my life now, and I'm a part of these kids.
It's something that you just don't get unless you come here.
I think it's a great experience. I can see my work come to life in various positive ways.
I have no regrets about coming down here and spending as much time as I have.
My name is Jerry Straub, and I'm very excited about Paxid Bonum Communications' new film, The Smile of a Sick Child, which features the heroic work of a saintly American doctor who has dedicated his life to caring for very sick and impoverished children of Peru.
Pax at Bonum Communications relies on tax-deductible gifts to produce our films. Please help us to continue serving the poor through the power of film.